Should kids get an allowance? Now, I've never gotten an allowance. The closest thing I've ever gotten to an allowance is birthday money. And obviously that only happens once a year, and this is very not efficient if you want to buy something yourself. But fortunately for me, my parents would always buy something for me if I just asked them, and if I had a pretty good reason to. And, well, usually those want to buy things usually were rejected, and I only got what I needed. How did you survive? I would always wait for birthday or Christmas. But in the end, here is this debate, and we are going to go ahead and talk about it. Should kids get an allowance? Let's get this started with. Alright, now for the first point of the pros team is that it helps kids learn how to save and budget their money. When you go ahead and learn how to save and budget their money, well, you went ahead and learn how to go ahead and be a responsible adult when you're earning that money for yourself, not someone just randomly giving it to you for free. And then we have the cons team's first point. Now these guys go ahead and say that budgeting as a family is a better way to teach kids how to manage money. And if this is a better way to go and teach all these kids how to manage their money, you can realize that, well, yeah, maybe kids should get an allowance. And now for the second point of the pros team is that it makes kids more likely to do their chores. You go ahead and learn all this. It make kids more likely to do their chores, and when you're more likely to do their chores, well, that means you have, firstly, as an adult, you're perhaps like, yay, I get less work to do. Second thing, you get your kids to go ahead and do something for yourself, which makes them feel responsible and probably worth living. And as a result, to show that they're worth living, they're given a $20 bill as at least I believe that's a $20 bill, as payment, as showing that they're worth something. Also, for some reason, we have all these worthless pieces of paper. We think that they're worth something, but they're only worth something because we think everyone thinks they're worth something. And because everyone really does think they're worth something, except for the people who are hobos, we go ahead and make sure that these things work out. Because, yes, bartering systems work, but I'm pretty sure you'd rather just have these green slips of paper that everyone wants. Everyone wants diamonds, sure, but there's not enough diamonds for everyone. Get it? Alright, now it's time for the second point of the cons team. Now, kids should be doing chores even if they don't get paid, especially if they don't get paid. Because, well, usually they're probably not going to do any work, and when it comes to like when they should do volunteer hours, we realize that they're all like, hey, I don't want to do it because I don't want to volunteer any of my time for doing something. And now it's time for the third point of the pros team. Now these guys say that it teaches kids the value. If you go ahead and give a kid an allowance, but only a small one, it teaches them the value of the things that they buy. Because if they want to buy something like $100, they have to save up for like a month, which I have accidentally done before. Like back in the day when I could like read books, and then according to the level of the book, I would be able to go ahead and earn some money. I ended up being able to read a lot, but then I always forget where I put my money. And then one day, after 2 months of doing that, when my mom said, okay, we're not doing this, you're always losing your money, I like 1 month later, my mom said that we were stopping to do with the money, and by then I technically earned 50 US dollars, equivalent, right, of course. And then I cannot find it. So like 2 weeks later, I went ahead and found it all in my piggy bank, which I don't remember putting inside because, well, apparently I lost the key to the piggy bank. As a result, I just had to smash it. Boo. But that's all that happens. Alright. This would teach kids the value of the things that they buy, though. Makes them value things more. And now for the third point of the cons team is that it makes kids feel entitled, especially if they don't go ahead. If they get an allowance for absolutely no reason, it makes them feel entitled. Honestly, for my friends, they get an allowance for absolutely no reason. Alright, time for the fourth point of the pros team is that this goes ahead and gives kids a way to buy fun things that parents might not buy for them. And of course, parents really do not want to spend their money on wants, but of course the kid earned it. As soon as you give it to the kid, it's her or his money. Now for the fourth point of the cons team is that kids who get used to spending their money only on fun things will have terrible budgeting skills later in life. And I have to admit, that is literally what happened. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. And until next time, 小好out, peace. 小好out, peace. 小好out, peace. Bye bye.